Hey, welcome back to the Passive Buddies podcast. And following on from last episode where we spoke about the cash flow challenge, we're now going to talk about the retention rate and how Brandon has got over a 70% retention rate on his students, which is absolutely insane. Let's go. What do you do when the dream of an online business makes you work harder than a day job would? The answer: you build passive income. On the Passive Buddies podcast, we cover the myths behind passive income and how to build true financial and time freedom. Welcome to the Passive Buddies podcast. Hey, bud, how's things?
I am doing amazing. I'm good. I love that intro. I know we said it previously, but the intro is stellar. And if you guys haven't listened to the outro, you definitely need to listen to the outro. There's some free gifts to give away, so definitely wait to the end of the podcast to see that.
No, I appreciate it, and I'm sure my video guy appreciates it too. I'll let him know tomorrow that you like it. So let's talk about retention. And why did you make? Because I remember the start of the cash flow challenge being born, and I remember sort of the focuses, etc. And the biggest focus you put on was probably retention and keeping hold of those students. Why is that so important to a business?
Yeah, so if your retention is very, very high, and to be honest, 30% is really high for like software or companies. But when it comes to like retention of people getting results in a program, 30% is very, very low. Because I would say, would you say that when people start an online business, how many people actually get through the whole program and start making sales and say high ticket affiliate marketing or just marketing in general? What would you say would be the success rate?
The success rate is very low. It is just getting through the course is very low. And then getting from the course to implementation and turning that into sales, it's low. Mate, I don't know what the number is, but I bet you it's less than 10%.
I was going to say about 10% too. Like I see this all the time too with a lot of programs, is a lot of affiliates or marketers or just people that work from home will tend to start a program and then not see results, and then jump to the next program and not see results. And it's most of the time it's due to them, but it's because they're not putting in the work, or they're not they're joining a program that has been saturated for a long time, and then they can't sell it to anybody. I mean, we were just talking about this off the air, where ClickFunnels number one, version 1 had pretty much, it was a red ocean because there were so many people in that space. But now with ClickFunnels 2, version 2, it's pretty much everyone starting up from a clean slate. And if you guys haven't taken Brian's ClickFunnels 2 version, he has so many bonuses, so definitely check that out. But and it's just insane that he's just giving away the farm. But you definitely want to check that out, because ClickFunnels 2, it's now a blue ocean because there's not a lot of reviews on it. There's not a lot of YouTube content built around it. So the saturation is very low, versus when a lot of people join a program, the saturation is very high. So, but to go back with our program, we've had a 70% success rate. And the 30% of people, the two excuses that they've had was, one, Brandon, I love your program, but I just don't have the time. Like something came up, my mom is in the hospital, is like one person has said. We had people say they were so swamped with their new job at the end of the year that they can't, do anything. It's the last quarter. So they've had going into the last quarter, so they've had to make up a lot of stuff. So that's been a lot of the excuses, and that's what a lot of people do. But with our program, it's been 70% success rate, which is pretty great, because one, they're getting results and making money, and they get 100% of the income. I don't take any of it. I'm not like, I don't get 5%. I don't get 1%. I get 0% of the work that they do. And number two, that they're able to really be able to quit their jobs in a few, maybe months, maybe less, for sure less than a year, because if you just do the math, most of them only need 24 sales to like literally quit their job and become financially independent, where they can work from home and be able to like just spend more time with their family, or go on vacations more, or not have to worry that someone's gonna be like, oh, this vacation time is not approved. Sorry, we have year end, so yeah, you're stuck. So it's pretty cool to see those kind of results.
The results obviously have been one thing, haven't they? Like some of the results that people have got, like 15 sales in like 30 days, a third of the way to quitting a job. Like those results have been pretty crazy. It's that 70% that I'm like, oh my god, like that retention rate. There's something behind it, and I don't think it's just the community of success rate. Don't get me wrong, that's going to be a huge value to it, but like talk about what I want you to talk about is the initial offer to get in, and then the time frame and what that allowed people to do.
Yeah, so I will, and then I'll talk about churn and how I'm able to keep those numbers so low. So the first bit is we really offer a free trial in a sense. It's a $1 trial to get started. A lot of people end up charging. What happens is a lot of people charge high ticket, and then the people don't get results. Versus what we decided to do is actually get people results and then start charging them, because most people, like, I would rather put my money where my mouth is, where I'm supplying all the software, high level, super Facebook tools completely for free to the person so that they get results. They're not having to join a program and then pay for, a funnel builder, not having to pay for a CRM. Like a lot of these affiliate programs do, is they get them into this high ticket program. And this is not really an affiliate program at all. This is more of like a white label, learn how to free yourself program. But essentially, like, what happens is they charge a high ticket price, then they load up the training with a bunch of software that you have to buy to go through the training, so that they're making recurring income. And then that's just putting more debt on the user. Versus us, we decided to give 100% commissions, paid directly to you. It's not even commission, it's paid directly to the person who joins our program, the student. Then they get all the training for $1 in a sense for the first month, to make sure that they can actually get results, make sure that they're making money before they commit to the $200 a month. But they're also getting a funnel builder, high level, which we provide the funnel so that they can make sales. We show them step by step how to set up Stripe, how to do everything. And you don't even need to be a technical genius. It's really easy, because we made it super easy, because we've learned over the years that people just don't know how to use software in a sense, or more business software. And then we give them a Facebook CRM so that they know how to track their leads. And we're doing it day by day. So it's like day one, focus on this. Day two, focus on this. So they're not inundated with, 90 days or 90 videos all at once. They can just take it day by day. And a lot of people said they love that, because they do have a 9 to 5. So they don't have that much time. So seeing that 5-minute video or 10-minute video, and then they can get to work, makes it a lot easier. Plus they have homework assignments after every video. So it's like, you have this 5-minute or 10-minute video, you implement, this is all you have to do for that day, and then you're done for the day. And we space it out so that actually people get results, versus do they watch this one part of the video and then watch 30 videos and then implement, and then forgot like half of the videos, versus watch, implement. So that's how we spaced out the course, and how people have got amazing results. As far as how I've been able to keep a high retention rate, I just follow up with my students. I know that by day 10, they should have had high level. They should have been asking me for the actual software itself. And so I messaged anyone who is at like 2 weeks so they're 4 days behind in a sense. And I go, hey, by this point, you should have had high level. Where are you in the program? How can I help you? Versus a lot of people in these other programs, when they recruit someone, they kind of just set them up and then forget about them. They're like, okay, I'm done. And like, I
On
made
to
my
their next
sale, I
high
made
ticket
my
sale.
money. Yeah. And they don't have that support. I mean, so many, it's funny. I hear this all the time that from affiliate marketers that say, yeah, my mentor had me join this program and felt like I was manipulated because they made me join this one program and then they switched to this other program and made me join that program. And now I'm out, $4,000 and I've got nothing to show for my results. So being able to follow up with those people and actually show that you care and show that they're actually getting that what you want them to do is actually get results because they've paid $1 or whatever it is. And now you're showing that you actually are following up with them, that they're being held accountable, and that's what people want. And so that's what we've been able to have such a high retention rate and a success rate within our program.
So breaking that down, obviously, the first thing was the irresistible offer. You asked for $1 and you put so much time and effort. So it was like, hey, give us $1 free or $1 trial. And then obviously you join the monthly program in 30 days. Now, the goal for you in that 30 days is for them to be cash flow or increase their cash flow within that 30 days. Now, there's some quick wins that I love how you've identified inside that course. And obviously it's quick wins to get better cash flow. So they've got more money instantly. And because of the way the spreadsheets and the tracking set up, within 30 days, financially, your home is already better off, which gives them such a great feeling. Like, to reduce their bills by $200, $500 a month, like without you even saying go get a lead or anything. It's like,
Right.
that gives such a good feeling. Like, you have put that cost them $1. So they put $1 in, they'll probably save themselves $200 to $500, depending how debt they were, in that first month. So they're already $400 or $200 or $199 to $499 up without them investing anything. Like, I think that's pretty key. Like, do you know when people say like give value up front and give them a small transformation? That wasn't a small one. That was a fucking huge one. You give them a huge transformation within 30 days and it cost them $1. Okay. And then from there, obviously that feeling is like, oh my God, like look what Brandon's done for my business. And then that reciprocity comes back like that, doesn't it? Just go, right, yep, Brandon, I'm all in. You've already shown me what I can do in 30 days. Imagine what you can show me to do in a year's time.
Right.
So that then changes their mindset. It's like, I'm with you. I am with you. Which means by giving that huge value up front, that reciprocity that comes back, then you start to teach them how to make money. So they haven't had to slide into anyone's DMs at this point. They haven't had to create a million pieces of content. Like, within 30 days, they're already up. And all they've had to do is look at themselves without being woo-woo mindset. They've had to look at themselves and sort themselves out, which I think is incredible. So you give them an irresistible offer. You give them a huge transformation in 30 days. And then when it's time for you to ask for your money, obviously they gladly, like over 70% have gladly accepted. And what I liked when we were chatting about it in the first state, again, early doors, was it was a case of, well, again, high ticket, set and forget, right? Book your client or book your call and away you go. Like, and go find your next one, go find your next one, go find your next one. Whoever's just handed over their credit card is possibly the worst person in a high ticket course, the place to be. Because the minute that says complete registration or charge paid, 9 times out of 10, the affiliate marketer's already forgot about you. Yeah. And he's already chasing his next lead, his next high ticket course, his next high ticket sale, because that's what high ticket affiliate marketing is. It's a constant like need to thingy, like chase the next sale. What I figured out in my own like agency was when we went through a big transformation, we looked at every single client we had. How can we make them stay? And that was what changed our business. And that is basically a model that you guys look at with the cash flow challenges. How can we make their experience better to keep them here, to keep them growing and keep them successful? Like, a lot of people say, well, the more you invest, the more you stick at it. And that's not really the case. It's a case of the accountability that comes with it. Like, how much can somebody like give you value and keep you going in order for you to keep coming back? Like, one of the ways I always like explain that is, we've got a restaurant around ours. It's called Frankie and Benny's. It's like a national chain. I don't know if it's international, but don't get me wrong, the food's okay. It's not amazing, but we used to go there all the time. for a specific waiter, because that touch points, the amount of touch points you do, like make sure you're all right, those special things to make sure you have a great time and you are enjoying the experience is something that you are doing with your program. It's like by day 10, you're like, right, have you got this? Have you got that? Have you got this? Do you need anything? Every day in the group, do you need anything? What do you need, guys? How can I help? It's that constant accountability is what gets you through. That person to talk to is what increases your success rate. And I think that's basically one of your key moments is you charge them $1 and you treat them like a 5K student. Yeah. And I think that's a huge difference, guys. So if you do want to increase your retention rate, it's simple, over deliver.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like with anything, you should be always providing more value than you're asking back. I mean, a lot of people say you should have a 10x in value. So for instance, if you put $10 in, you should get $100 out and in value. And so that's kind of the goal we try and shoot for, is really learning and teaching how to build recurring income, but also be able to give them the much value as possible so that they feel that they've gotten, $1,000 in value for only spending $100. So it's what makes and breaks, I think, a lot of people, is being able to feel that value, like you were saying with the restaurant, which makes you come back, versus feel like you've been manipulated and I got this horrible meal that wasn't really what I signed up for.
Yeah, no, completely agree. Final thoughts?
Just keep providing value to your students. If you really want to change lives, show people that you want to help them change their life and hold them accountable for it, because a lot of people can't hold themselves accountable. So if you are able to hold them accountable, that's just another person in their corner. They're going to love you for it.
No, absolutely love it. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into today's episode of the Passive Buddies podcast, and we will see you on the next one.
Peace.
Thank you for tuning into another episode of the Passive Buddies podcast. Have you begun your online journey yet? Or are you stuck on how to get it to work for you? Then why not take our exclusive free course, the 2-day Affiliate Commission Challenge, and start your journey to the rest of your life today. It's the first link in the podcast description and it's totally free. You have nothing to lose, yet everything to gain for you and your family. Enjoy our free gift to you, and the link is below.